Good evening, ladies and gents, boys and girls. Welcome to the UKCS Hub Cash Cup, sponsored by Ricks.gg. That's a mouthful. This isn't the event. This is the pre-event, the introduction to the event, the group stage draw. My name is Cody Cast. Joining me is Louis 2K. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was stalling throughout all of that because I forgot what we were doing. Louis, how are you doing today, man? Hope you're well.
I'm doing good, mate. Yeah, good to see you again. And I'm looking forward to just being part of a draw, I guess, because it's not something I've done before. But
it's new.
It's exciting because it's like I spoke to LVN and people sort of way in advance, and they're sort of trying to push UKCS and trying to make all these events better. And I think just something like this, a little draw, just to try and prepare and find out who everyone's going to be playing against, is a great way to just try and improve an event. For example, it's just different. And
yeah. 100%. We were talking before the event in the Discord about what people wanted to do, and then this idea got brought up, and it was like, okay, we're essentially the Champions League at this point. Obviously, production value not as high as the Champions League, but it's the first time we're doing it. Give us at least 2 seasons. We'll book out an entire auditorium where have everyone sitting in the stands, and people can be super happy and super sad when they get into their actual groups. So this is going to be quite an interesting one. One other thing as well is that I hope everyone in the chat is going to be looking forward to this. Me and Louis have put some effort in. We've suited up for the occasion. He's gone full shirt and tie.
I was told
I stuck with the polo. I apologise. Okay, look, it's still at the laundromat. I mean, any other excuse you can think of, I'll just bring it up. But I've gone for the blazer at least. So at least we've got involved. Right, let's get away from our attire and let's move into this one. Give you a quick rundown. Not only of the event, but also of some of the teams that are going to be joining us as well. As a matter of fact, let's run through the teams. Louis, in no particular order, we'll get there in the end. Did you want to give us a rundown of maybe the first 5 teams that we have joining us?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it based on what we've got sort of here. I mean, it's going to be lots of the big teams in the UK scene at the moment who you would be expecting to be participating and trying to sort of get involved, trying to push themselves to the limit. So UMX, they're a team who they've done so much stuff massively within, not just in the UK, but also on a European level, because It's nice to see a team not as high as Endpoint, but another UK team trying to push themselves out there. And with the lineup they've got and with sort of the experience they've got on that lineup also, they're certainly going to be a team to look out for and probably a team favourite just to push on further. Yeah,
definitely. Joining them, of course, it's not just UMX versus some of their older comrades. It's going to be actual other squads as well. So we have Flight Esports, Horus Esports, Evicted. Socially, Team Xenix as well going to be joining us, along with Buzzkill, Aura, Jaeger Esports. Rasta Gaming recently just been acquired by Vipero, so that literally happened within the last 24 hours. So we've had to change one of the names in the draw. Full Shock, Team Zeta, Goujon Daniel, which is a name I didn't think I'll be hearing, well, again in my life, if I'm honest. After watching KSI videos when I was 13, that is a name which I thought was just gone to the ether. Endpoint Academy are going to be joining us as well, their first showing. RTGU, we've got... Oh, one moment. Sorry. You dig. The Goth Girl Fan Club. Nice one, lads. The LVN Party Size, Havoc Esports, and Z-Truth Esports as well. It's a bit stacked. We're missing some of the top teams, like you mentioned. So we're missing the Endpoints. Chets isn't here themselves as well after some strong performances. As a matter of fact, they were literally just playing Flashpoint. So obviously that took a little bit of priority, which makes sense. Spoilers, unfortunately, have just been knocked out by Movistar, which is a shame. So they can watch from the sidelines and cheer on their favourite teams, which aren't themselves in the UK CS Hub Cash Cup, sponsored by Ricks, of course. Louis, I think we've jargoned back and forth a bit. We've chatted. Should we kick this off? I think we should give this a try.
I feel we've got to give this a try at least, because that's our job, I guess.
I suppose that's why we're here. Yeah, we are going to apologise. Teams are in these little boxes. These are sealed. We do not know what name are in these. We shake them around in the little bowl. Again, very akin. Sorry for the background noise. It's going to make a lot of noise, believe it or not. It just proves we're actually doing what we're doing. There's no fixing here. It is very similar to essentially the UEFA Champions League or any form of event where you would pull a random name out of the hat. We were thinking about doing hats. Hell, I even put the boxes in a shoe earlier and shook them round. But we thought, you know what, let's go for bowls and stick with this one. So we have different sections, different teams are part of those sections. As a matter of fact, it's the bottom of our screen right now. Pot number 5 includes Team Zeta, Vipero Esports, Z-Truth Esports, and RTGU. I have pot number 5, so I think let's draw our first one, Louis, and then you can talk about who we actually get.
Sure thing.
Oh, first team drawn. This will go into Group A, and we have.
Ooh, we almost need like a drum roll in production. I know that's not going to happen.
Vipero Esports as our first team. They are going to be going through to Group A. They are our first team drawn out of pot 5.
Well,
do you know too much about this squad, Louis?
Yeah, they were the ex-Rasta Gaming lineup. They've got a strong open record to their name in the past season, a mix of experience and new and upcoming players also. They were promoted to intermediate going into this upcoming season, so lots of hopes for them. So experience and upcomers is really their game.
It's always nice. Yeah, nice to have a few little mixed teams here, obviously being picked up now and hopefully going to be able to develop and using this as a jumping off point. Let's find our second one. Still got 3 in the mix. No, I won't be surprised if you can't hear anything I'm saying, by the way, guys. I've dropped 3 of them. I've literally dropped 3 of them. This is an outrage. As a matter of fact, we're going to go for the one that's still on the floor. 2 seconds, guys. Rick CG, I'd like to formally apologise. This is our second draw, our first one for Group B. And Louis 2K, we have the Truth, Z-Truth, as our second team being drawn.
Going into Group B then, Z-Truth, they're a team that a few people would have heard of, sort of going into this. We don't have the teams on there, but there is a team, and they are going to be the team who are replacing Chets. There we are. They got to the final best of 3 in all 4 qualifiers, but unfortunately fell short. So they'll be looking to make amends this event. They got also promoted to intermediate, and a great open record for them to back up their stats. So Group B for them.
Last 2 remaining now, Zeta and RTGU. We're going to juggle this one because the pot didn't go down too well. I have no clue who's in this one either. We have...
Going into Group C.
Team Zeta into
Zeta.
Group C.
Trying to find them on my list.
No worries. It's a lot of teams, don't you
A
worry.
lot of teams to go through. And there's a lineup on your screens right there. A strong intermediate record and a team who actually got upset in the playoffs. Again, a group of individuals who are part of a upcoming squad, really, of players to look out for going into the future events and future months. So Zeta into Group C, leaving us with one team to go into Group D.
Now, I wonder who this could be. From pot number 5, our final team, it is RTGU. I've got to do the makeup thing where it's like put my hand behind there so you can see it on camera.
That's not who it is. There we are.
There we go.
RTGU, upcoming open team. Upset in playoffs, missed out in intermediate, and the team who also came through one of the qualifiers. The first one to be specific. And I saw Fidex's name in one of the qualifiers, so it'll be a player to look out for.
Lovely. Cool. Well, that is pot number 5 done. Our first teams within our groups so far. But, of course, it's not going to be just these teams in their groups on their own qualifying through straight away. We're going to move on to pot 4. Louis, do you want to draw us our first team? Give us a little shake. Oh, God. You know what? I sincerely apologise. I didn't realise how bad it was.
I really apologise. The first one we're going to pick out is this one. And I'm scared to do this, but first team we're going to pull out is...
into Group A. Yep. This is between Full Shock, Havoc, Jaeger, and Evicted. And we have... Full Shock. Full Shock going to be... Yeah, our first team that we picked through. Kind of a dark horse mix of upcoming UK players and EU players. They came through the actual wildcard qualifiers. So, not too much information we have on this team as of yet, but dark horses, we know in the UK scene, can always provide a little bit of an upset out of groups, and not only in that, but in the elimination stages as well. Something that we haven't touched on, and we're going to a little more depth in a little bit of time, but of course, we do the group stages, and then once you get out of the group stages, you move into a single elimination, best of 3 bracket, so no second chances for the teams that move through to the playoff stages. Louis, let's give us our second team from pot number 4. Who's going to be joining Group B?
Pot 4, Team 2. Going to Group B, it's going to be Team Havoc.
Oh, Havoc Esports. Lovely to see them returning once again. Fresh new roster this time around, though. Some upcoming talent on the team, including Oscar and the Endpoint Academy Final 30, MMS, as their RGL. They came through the qualifier and playing with their coach for this event. So, not their full roster that they would usually or hopefully be developing, but should still be some decent prowess there from the Havoc guys, which leaves us with Evicted Esports and Jaeger Esports in pot number 4, Louis.
Who's
going to be going next?
Group C for this next team. And it is, if I don't drop it, Jaegers.
There we go. Jaeger Esports. Going to be our third team out of pot number 4. Jaegers, an upcoming UK team. Again, a strong opening record and promoted to intermediate this season as well. So they've got some decent prowess on them. Hopefully we'll be able to learn some of those names over the event and they'll become a little bit more common. Now, Louis, I'm not a betting man, but something is telling me this is going to be Evicted Esports.
Imagine how rigged this would be.
Unless you messed up the pots.
Imagine how rigged this would be if this wasn't Evicted.
If this wasn't Evicted Esports, not only is it a little rigged, but also you've messed something up, bud. So you better cross your fingers as Evicted Esports.
I think I'm safe. Evicted do come out of the final one for Group D.
Dub given. There we go. Evicted Esports. They are going to be the final team out of pot number 4 into Group number D. So Evicted, a good team of intermediate players. They missed out on the main season from intermediate playoffs, unfortunately, but they will have another chance, of course, through the next intermediate season.
Groups are starting to hot up now, I guess, at this point. Pot 4 sources. Go on.
Yeah, no, we've got a couple more teams in there, and, we've got a few more teams to mix into it. Pot number 3 going to be coming up now as well. Cover your ears.
I'll say this now. I'm sorry for all of you for having to listen to these bowls and pots clinging against everyone.
So, in this pot, we have either Yadig, Buzzkill, Endpoint ROG Academy, or Horus Esports, the first team from pot number 3 going into Group A.
No pressure.
Is, if I can even open it, the highly anticipated Endpoint Academy. If I move my finger out the way, there you go.
That's a massive, massive draw. I think lots of people should know at this point about this team. Everyone knows them. They're the team who are being backed by Endpoint themselves. Dexy, Clay, Richard Bob, B. Kempen, Wolfie, and of course going to be coached by Whitey. Lots of players attempted to go through this. These top 5 players are considered by Endpoint's set up the best to really try and fight on. And this is a great chance for these 5 to prove what they can show to us.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on their shoulders, though, as well, right? So hopefully they don't crumble under that in their first event. So fingers crossed. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a bit of them throughout this event as well. Next, from pot number 3, we have... If I can draw it properly.
You can do it.
Oh. Horus Esports.
Group B for Horus. They're an org who have been in the UK scene for quite a long time. A strong team looking to bring their Winter Cash Cup form into this. They came second in that event and will again look for similar lineup and similar position here. A team who missed out on the main from the Inters playoffs, but that's not too bad to make playoffs and Inters. So again, a great chance for these sides, for these players and the team to push on and get a better UK position, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Feel like there's some experience from playing in Inters and again the playoffs in Inters, and to be able to come into this event where there's potentially some mixed teams that you might be able to essentially just style on. So have to wait and see how that one goes. Next one between Yadig and Buzzkill, growing in to group number C, is going to be... I can open the damn piece of paper. It's Yadig. Yadig?
We dig it. They're the team who are going to be going into Group C then. A strong mix who came through the second qualifier. Talents like Dobbo, who has recently become a fresh agent after his recent position that he's been put in. Looking to cause some upsets, this team. And they've got a good lineup, really, to prove themselves.
I've heard chat really, loves JPBT. Great fans. I saw some people thumbsing up at the beginning of this that they were really looking forward to playing up against him. I think the word "shut up" JPPD was used, which is just not very nice, I would say. So everyone be nice.
Shocking.
Cool. Final one. I wonder what this could be, Louis.
No
From
pressure.
pot number 3. So if I haven't messed this one up, it is indeed Buzzkill going into group number D. Group number D? Group D. Oh dear Lord.
That's the second time you've done that now.
It's the second time I've done it.
Buzzkill are a strong team. Again, a team with an organisation with a lot of history in CS and in the UK team as well. Promoted to main this season from intermediate. They've got a new addition in Stempy. And for Buzzkill, it's again a great tournament to really prove themselves, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're 3 pots deep. We've only got 2 left, Louis. I think this is a good point to kind of have a look at what the groups look like at this stage.
Let's do it.
Let's ping that up on the screen. Hopefully we've got that going on. Group A, Vipera Esports, Full Shock, and the Endpoint ROG Academy. Group B, Z-Truth Esports, Havoc Esports, and Horus Esports as well. Group C, Team Zeta, Jaeger, and Yadig. With Group D, RTGU, Evicted, and the Buzzy Bees in Buzzkill.
Well, we've got 2 more pots just to try and fill up these teams. So it'll be 5 teams per group. I cut that off really short there. I didn't mean to. So I guess we're going to move straight on to pot 2, which will be...
Go on, Louis. Yeah, pot 2.
Flights, so, socially...
Yeah, exactly.
Golf Girl Fan Club, Gujon Daniel Gaming. Go on.
No, you took it from me, Louis. You're 2 steps ahead of me, which is fantastic. Yeah, Flight, Socially, Goth Girl Fan Club, and Gujon Daniel Gaming. Louis, give us a draw. Who are we going to be joining Group A right now?
Do I shake it?
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
Production.
half of them are deaf after the first few that we've done. So by all means, it can't do any more damage. Oh yeah, turning that down on my mixer. There we go.
Right, Team 1 going into Group A. That was a light one. It's gonna be Gujon Daniel Gaming.
Gujon Daniel. Well. As I mentioned, Gujon Daniel was not a name I expected to be hearing a little bit more of. However, they do have his full permission to be repping the name. They're a strong mix, looking to proudly present the Gujon name with Gujon Daniel's blessing and support, which is always nice. Talented and experienced players on the team. And, those players themselves being Mr. Hoy, Jack B, Rich Emmy, Zimnins. So I've butchered that. Is that Zimze, and Crips. Oh God, no. So me and Yumi had an interview with him the other day, and when we were doing Prem, and essentially we worked out his name. Yumi told me what his name was, and I've completely forgot. I mess it up all the time. I even said on broadcast that I called him Sifris at some point, which is just definitely not his name. I'm pretty sure it's Crifes. It's like Cryfus. So it's Crifes on that roster. So yeah, obviously a lot of experience on that team. And well, who's going to be joining Group B, Louis? It's going to be Socially, Flight, or the Goth Girl Fan Club.
We have got, going into Group B, we've got Flight.
Flight Esports. They are going to be the next team. Again, another strong team. New additions of Jimsy and Vacancy. Young upcoming talents in Jimsy. Endpoint Final 10 for the Academy team. So, did just miss out. But of course, looking to kind of prove himself here. So, be a quite interesting one to see if he can make the Endpoint Academy guys essentially weep and say, okay, maybe we should have invited him instead. But he's found a home. That's the main thing.
Right. 2 teams left. We go for this one. Going into Group C. 2 teams left. Goth Girl Fan Club or Socially. Going into Group C is going to be Socially Esports.
Socially Esports. A name that people I'm sure are kind of aware of in the UK scene. They popped up at UKCS hub events before and Epic LAN time and time again as well. A strong team who have been put together for well over a year now as a core, which is a rarity in the UKC. Promoted to main from intermediate playoffs this season, so they've got a lot of work ahead of them, but maybe this would be the jumping off point that they need for the the UKCS Hub Cash Cup, sponsored by Rex.gg. Now, Louis, that leaves us with just one more, moving into Group D.
Let's not, again, let's hope I've got this right. 1 team left.
Fingers crossed. I bloody hope so. It's your last team.
It is my last team, and it's Goth Girl Fan Club.
There we go.
Into Group D.
Goth Girl Fan Club. Not only do they have a banging name, they are a strong, fresh UK team led by the experienced Fraser, who has been at the top of the scene with teams like Vexed. Also, some young up-and-coming talents in the team, such as Aatrox and Joshua, which, of course, no one's ever heard of before. That is a joke. Joshua and Aatrox have been on the scene for a little bit of time now. And subbed in Adam as well. Adam9130. So, that is 4 of the 5 pots done, Louis. We have just our final 4 teams in pot 1. Now, this is some teams where people might have heard them a little bit more. Team UMX, Power Your Aura, Zenex, and the LVN Party Size, which I don't think people would have heard of before. But either way, we move. Let's mix this up and let's see who we draw first. Going into Group A to finish out Group A, it is... I can open it up.
For this.
Power Your Aura.
Oh, what a pickup from them and going into Group A. That's a great little team for them to really work with. They were the team who were essentially known as CEX for quite a long time. And I think, if anything, the lineup just kind of explains the experience they've got. If anything, lots of experience. They've been in Prem. And probably, again, one of these teams who they're going to be favoured to really go on as far as they can.
Yeah.
If anything,
not had
show their true potential.
Yeah, I think they'll be the first to kind of agree that they've not had the best Prem season. But of course, playing under a new banner comes with its own difficulties. But there's this event. They've got Group A underneath their belt potentially, and they're looking to close that one out. Let's move on to Group B. Let's see from pot 1 who's going to be joining Group B.
UMX, Xanax, or LVM Party Size.
Who knows? Who knows? Well, it is going to be Zenex going into Group B.
Now, it took me a long while to realise that Zenex were actually just a team actually getting involved when they came out of Prem, or when they went straight into Prem. It was a while ago, but I was amazed that they came back into the team. Another big team really trying to push themselves and see where they can go. A team, of course, recently involved in Prem. Mm-hmm. Again,
Really good season in Prem. Really good season in Prem. I believe they, after beating UMX just this last week, they were able to second in the groups, which is very strong. Very, very strong from them. So just 2 teams left now. UMX or the LVN Party Size. Let's give it a quick mix. Let's see who's going to be joining Group C. 2 teams is it going to be? It is LVN Party Size. Going to be in Group C.
Well, I'm going to have to quote this word for word, I think, if anything. A new team with a core of the Operation Safe Spot squad and Mad and the Dutchy duo from Audacity. They're without their star player, Orpa, IGL, entry fragger, gamer, sexy superstar, LVN, with Travelter taking his place. And that is going to be LVN Party Size topping off Group C. I
just want it for the record that LVN wrote that for himself and essentially forced us to read it out on broadcast. So just to go over that again. Star player, Orpa, IGL, entry fragger, gamer, sexy superstar. Essentially add philanthropist to the end of that list and you've got Tony Stark. Right, that now leaves us with the final one. A team which has been doing bits in the UK scene and, well, they've encroached onto the top 100 in HLTV now, Louis.
Yeah.
UMX in Group D.
Well, the only words I've been given to describe this team is they're pretty good, and it's hard to really tell you anything we don't know about them because they're the team who have been pushing themselves further into Europe. They're a team who are trying to fight on and see how far they can make it. A team also in Prem, but they've gone on and done quite a few other events in the past few months, and they're certainly helping make and push the UK scenes, I think, further than it's been in quite a while.
Yeah, definitely. 98th in the world right now, which is... What is going on? Dear Lord, the webcam just decided I'm going to... You know what? Give me a second.
There we are.
Oh, now I'm too dark. Okay, right. We're going to be yellow for now. What is going on?
Just turn the light off.
Right, now it's fine. We'll turn it off. We'll be in the dark. So apologies about this, guys. For some reason, my webcam's just decided to up and kill itself, essentially. So you've got dark mode coded for the time being. Let's have a look at the groups if they are ready. Now that they are finalised, let's go over these. Group A, Vapiro Esports, Full Shock, Endpoint ROG Academy, Gujon Daniel Gaming, and Power Your Aura. Group B, Z-Truth Esports, Havoc Esports, Horus Esports, Flight Esports, and Team Zenix. The only team in that group not with esports in the NA.
Group C, Team Zeta, Jaegers Esports, Yadig, Social Esports, LVN Party Size, and Group D, probably one of the tougher ones yet, RTGU, Evicted Esports, Buzzkill, Goth Girl Fan Club, and Team UMX.
So, there are your 4 groups. Remember, guys, the games start tomorrow. I know a lot of the players are in the chat right now trying to work out who they need to do their last-minute homework on. And this isn't just for clout. This is for an actual prize money, believe it or not. There is a prize pool involved. There is 1k on the line, split across the top 4 teams. First place takes home £500. Second place, £250. And third and fourth, £125 each. They take back into their back pocket, which is not too bad for a weekend's worth of work, I'd say, Louis. They also get promotion into summer 2021 season of the UKCS Hub Cash Cup, sponsored by Ricks.gg. So we'll be seeing more of whoever gets to that point. 5th to 8th place also get directly invited to the summer 2021 season as well. Louis, these groups are looking quite spicy. I'm looking forward to get this one started.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend just for all these teams involved. Lots of teams to look out for. Lots of interesting groups I think we've got out of this as well. And there's a great chance now. Everyone's got about 24 hours to get their last-minute preparations in before the games kick off tomorrow night. We'll be back here on this channel, I believe, on Saturday afternoon with playoff games, which we'll be focusing on, as well as all the others, which the other wonderful casters will be working with.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be kicking it off with the round of 16 on Saturday afternoon, then the quarterfinals, and following us through for one of the semi-finals and then the grand finals on the Sunday as well. So make sure you are following the RicksGG_TV Twitch that you are watching right now to make sure you find out when we're live. Go and follow them over on Twitter as well. Louis, any closing thoughts at all before we chuck it away and give these people the rest of their evening back?
Nothing else really to say. It's just loads of great teams, lots of amazing groups we've got off of this, and a great chance now to really push UKCS to its limits, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Cool. Thank you very much, guys. I hope everyone has enjoyed this one. It's been an experience, to say the least. I'm sure we'll develop this a little bit more for future seasons, but I hope you could just appreciate the UKCS-ness of how we did this. So we thought it would spice up things just a little bit more. So thank you very much for watching. My name is CodyCast. This has been Louis2K. We'll see you on the weekend. Good luck in groups. Enjoy. Bye-bye.